to the big house, Michigan Stadium. We've reached week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. It's the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Michigan's offense will have the football first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Throws to the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Whalen. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Powers inside. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Still looking to his right. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. The defense putting points on the board.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. On the move from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This guy fits the bill. Big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Out wide right, it's Chambers. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. He makes a grab. They will score! Touchdown, Michigan! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Illinois Fighting Illini now go on offense, and they'll have it for the first time. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
And this offense is going to have their hands full, and especially this offensive line. And it's not just this year. Like, you watch this group, they're dominant, they're physical. Like, they're gonna make you earn everything you get. But it seems like with this program, Palmer, it's year after year after year. Plug and play, next guy, physical, fast, disruptive defensive linemen.
Yeah, they've set a standard, I think, at that position, at this school. When you look around college football, they're always dominant up front. They're able to recruit a specific athlete tailored to their style of defense and attacking. And it doesn't matter what year it is, who the opponent is, this D-line creates a lot of problems, and they're living in the backfield.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On third down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He's got great speed. Can they catch him? You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Making the adjustment. Underwood. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They want to run this quarterback. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And then that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the deep.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes his man miss. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period, first down here. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Gets it to the back. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Michigan. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Underwood to throw. That one's not even close.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Wolverines will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Finds his man on the RPO. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Look out! And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football back.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. After the filthy move, he's got room. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. A high kick trying to pen them deep. He'll try to make the catch in traffic, and he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. To the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Throwing, Underwood. Working that left side now. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
They go play action, Bryce Underwood. Rolling right and going deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Way off target there. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Throws it back. Out wide right, it's Chambers. They're able to ride him down, but not before he has flipped the field with a huge pickup on the play, and now they are set up coming out of the 2-minute timeout. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Turns it upfield. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Marsh. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Man, it's players over plays, and then like find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Now the Illini calling a timeout there first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And the Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Just smothered on the play. Illinois uses its 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. And 1st down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now limits the options a little bit more. 2nd down after that loss of yards play.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They took it 71 yards down the field. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Reels it in. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Timeout taken here by the Illini, and that is their third. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Flips it out in the flat. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He'll try to do it himself. Across the 15. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Rashida Downs going up top. Rush right in his face. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Into the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Robbins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Catching up with the Wolverines head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the right. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. He just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quickly to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Quick handoff. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So here comes the Michigan offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys played big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Underwood. Under pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they exploited that soft spot. And they get it down to the 35.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Defense all over it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Right side, it's Chambers. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually...
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Birch. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now on first down from the 30. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Firing to the right, complete. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They're going to ride this running back. Here comes the offense on second down. Trying to establish the run. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Sells the run, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it's no good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Second and long here. Motion from the wideout. Swarmed under 5-yard loss pass on the play.
And a lot of times they'll fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Moving out to the right. The throw. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Rush is on. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Trying to convert. Illinois comes to the line. Needs it here on fourth down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
The toss to the outside. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down, and they got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football, but this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
Second down, going to throw it. And that one's incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation of the game.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. And he's brought down after a nice game. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. The corners are walked up tight. Off play action on first down. Lets it fly. Picked off to stop the threat. He takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan. streak to 5.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's past the marker in the slide to avoid the hit, but there is a flag down. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. They'll move the wide receiver. Snags a quick pass on the left. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The Illini generating momentum through the air. Let's see if they go back to it. They'll run it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. Offense in an empty set. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pack.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They'll send the back in motion. Snapped on 4th down. Going for the big play. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Hauls it in. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Illinois lining up quickly. Drops back on 1st down. Trying to barrel in. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He's changing the play. Here's Underwood to throw. Going for it all in one play. They tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Swamped immediately. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They're all over it. Caught. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball on the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
And the Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. To the air, it's Upshaw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line. Before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw one first. Look out! It's dropped after taking the hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
The offense has lost the element of surprise here, right? 4th quarter, they're trailing by a lot. They're trying to go 4 verticals, but the defense knows it's coming. And they do a nice job in the back end making sure that falls incomplete.
Punt is on its way. Fields the punt. He almost broke that one. They finally get him stopped, but let's see if he had a little help. There's a penalty marker down. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Looking downfield, it's Upshaw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. First play of this drive. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And they're not on the same page there.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game